Okay guys, first off, hello, it's Aqweno. As you can see, I'm wearing 1010 for like the first time in I think over a year, because as you can maybe see on the eyes, he did get a little bit of water damage at like an event I was at, because the story has a lot to do with when I was 15ish, which is when I made him and like wore him everywhere. I felt like it would kind of be important. So, entire setup and let's go. Okay, so as I already said, back then I was like 15-ish. I was just like back in the furry fandom, started first commissions, everything. And I live in Germany, North Rhine-Westphalia to be like exact. And there are a lot of like anime cons here, but I felt like there weren't any furries. And that made me pretty sad. Then people were like, yo, you need to check out Telegram. So I did. And Telegram, I don't know why, but it's like, especially in Germany, it's the main communication for furries, which I don't get, because if you don't know Telegram, it has been widely known as an app for actual like wide-wing extremists, which is why it is actually kind of banned in some, like on some app stores it's banned and it's like 18 plus or anything. And I've since deleted Telegram again because you will find out some of it. I don't like Telegram, let's just say like that. If you want to message me on Instagram. Okay, so I got on Telegram. I found this group of furries in my local city, which was nice. And there was a big anime con coming up. And like one of the people was like, I was going there on Saturday, but it was Saturday and Sunday. If you didn't know, it was the Komi 2022, I think. This person wanted to go there because if you didn't know, the Takumi is the biggest anime con in Germany. So a lot of people who don't get tickets, because there's like this big area next to the con grounds, a lot of people just like go there to camp out and like chill. And I'd recommend it to some of your German furries. I've never really done it because I always got tickets, but I know a lot of people and that just like go there and chill out. And there are a lot of people who do this. So if you want new contacts, if you just want to chill, do it. But please check the weather. In 2023, this was not good because it rained like the sea was coming down. Not good. I feel like if I went there with 1010, I straight up gone. Because I was 15, my parents were like, nah. So they told me that they had to meet the person because they wanted to take me there on Sunday. I didn't have a ticket, they didn't have a ticket, they still wanted to go. 2-hour drive or more. And so this person like came to my house and like met my parents. And oh god, my parents have never met any of like my boyfriends or whatever because I don't have one. Single as f. Feel like your parents meeting your boyfriend is less embarrassing than your parents meeting a random internet stranger. And the thing was, this was a woman who was, I think, 25. Reminder, I was 15. This girl was, I think, 10 years older than me. 10 years! It was a little bit awkward. I like showed her, I was like, yeah, look at this, it's 1010. I didn't end up going to the event because my parents actually sat me down and were like, please don't go, we don't trust this woman. And so I was like, oh, okay. Like the Telegram group, and I was the only underage person there. Like the closest was like a 19-20-year-old. But most of the time I just interacted with this like 28-year-old, I think. But it was kind of weird because everyone was like middle 20s to early 30s. And this woman that was like over at my house, she was actually like married to another furry in the group. I remember was that this guy, because I had like my name on Telegram, you can just freely change your name anytime you want. I had my name be like, it was like Kiro, that guy. I had it because I often, like, especially with like fursuits, a lot of people confuse my identity. Like, I use he and pronouns I have for like 2 or 3 years, but people still confuse my identity. So I often like to like add that guy or he, him in my bio. And this guy messages me out of the blue. We have never contacted before. He messages me and just tells me, excuse me, maybe you should change your name. I think it is a little bit on top. Like it is a little bit over the line. Maybe you should change your name to like, I don't know, Kiro, the Kata, the cat. And I was just like, why do you care? I am half your age. Why are you so pressed about me having that guy in my name? Get your brony ass out of here. It wasn't really any better for someone who was 25. She sometimes acted like a 13-year-old. With that I mean that I remember that she left the group chat over nothing. She just left so that we would like write her like, what's going on, what's going on? I like once wrote another person who like left, like, why did you leave? You seemed like a nice person. But with her, I never even bothered to ask because she'd do this every week. Every week she'd leave the group chat. We once went to a pride event, which was pretty fun. I was there with like this 30-year-old and the 19-year-old. It was the only time I ever went to their headquarters because they actually had a headquarters right in the city. It was every time I visited or like went with them. Besides the big event, we went bowling. And it was the biggest chaos ever. I didn't go to that barbecue, so sometimes I felt like I didn't interact with them enough. So I went there. It was in the middle of the city, so it was like a huge thing. I had to drive. I didn't, of course, but I had to be driven out there into like the city. Like one of the first times I ever saw like everyone out of their fursuits. And I kid you not, I'm not beautiful. Let me just say, I'm not beautiful. Not in any way. But I swear, that 30-year-old that was in my DMs like, oh, change your name. He was the most brony fucking motherfucker on the planet. As I'm saying, I don't want to shame. I've met amazing people who would fit into like the Discord mod stereotype. Who were like amazing and nice people. So we got our lanes. I suck at bowling. Maybe I should have mentioned that. We got into our lanes. Like between my turns, I was just like chilling out with the people. One of them like ordered something, like some food. And then beef. All of a sudden, these 2 people in the group, I think it was like the middle-aged, like 30-year-old, and some other kid who seemed pretty nice, they just started having beef, like something my 15-year-old brain did not understand. First round. I don't think we were like, I think this was like after my second turn. After my second, like, and literally, like, I think y'all know it was the mood. The only reason why I wanted to mention this was because it shows how they were all a little bit childish, because one of the two people went to the back of the bowling alley to pout. Imagine me sitting there and you look like far behind in the corner, there's like an adult man just like kneeling there and like being sad. Mood was ruined. I didn't really feel any welcome because I was minor. And so I don't think I even finished my first round. I faked an emergency call with my mom. I was like, Mom, can you get me out of this? Please. And so I was like, yo guys, I have to go, my mom. This is the best card. Always like, if you don't want to be in a situation, just like say, oh, it was my mom. My parents want me to come home. Best excuse ever. Because it's so believable. $7 because I didn't even finish the round, but of course I had to put on like bowling shoes and everything. So like, it was not worth it. And I just remember when I wanted to leave because I was so uncomfortable. I was so uncomfortable. I just wanted to get home. And this one guy did a hug so bad. And I will probably go into story times more. But sometimes hugs, in my bag, and I was like, yo, bye guys, like very awkward. And he was like, where's my hug at? Don't you want to give me a hug? And I was like, come on, give me a hug. So in the end I like relented, but it was like the most awkward hug ever because I was like, bye. I went home and I didn't really interact with them anymore after this. Of course, I only like sometimes checked chat. Biggest twist came a little bit after summer was over. I was just chilling and like I checked chat. And like someone that I thought was pretty cool left. And I like asked him because he made like a big post like, what the fuck? And I like asked him and he told me like scroll up. Turns out the guy that asked me for a hug at the bowling alley sent on Telegram you can have like stickers. He sent a sticker of a pup, and pups are like young anthropomorphic furry characters, so like most of the time these are like babies and toddlers. He sent a sticker of this like baby furry in like kink wear. Right away, he was like the guy that was always next to my side. And the guy that wanted a hug for me so bad. Like, looking back at it, oh no. Oh no. This is why I say Telegram. That's why I don't use Telegram. And so the guy that like left, like freaked out. He was like, what the f? And people just started defending the sticker. Like, made like a big like text. I was like, I'm a minor. I'm not really comfortable with this. I'd rather leave. And then I think I stayed in or I left. I don't know. I just remember it seeped over into another group chat, the like main group chat. There were like two. One for like main events and the other was just like casual chatting. But it seeped over into the main events channel because everyone could write in there too. Oh my god. Because I stayed in there because it was mostly used for like event organization. And it was kind of interesting for me because even if I then wanted to hang out with these people. I'd still like to see where they are. Sorry, I worded this weird. I meant cons in the area and stuff. It wasn't the guy who sent the sticker originally, but people started defending pedophilia. I just remember people were like, oh, but it's just a kink. Don't kink shame. It's not just a kink, it's a crime. Oh my god. These people just wrote long paragraphs just being like, it's a kink, leave him alone. It should be normal. It should be normal. And that was my sign that this group chat was not for me. Offended him. And I feel like even if you didn't and just stood there, I still think that's wrong. I still think that if you see something happening like this... I dropped my mic. I'm so sorry. But I feel like even if you saw something happening, you should still talk out about it. You should say, yo, that's not okay. Pedophilia is not okay. Please speak out about it. Don't just stand there and watch people defend it like it's just some kink. You can fuck your own car. You can fuck your own feet. But never fuck a child. Never be attracted to a child. That's wrong. And I hope that everyone who sees this video knows that pedophilia is so wrong. So wrong. Maybe some people could overlook the original sticker. Maybe it was just a mistake. But everything that happened after that was just no. No. Oh, God. It's me up. It was 1.5 years ago. I, as a 15-year-old, had to watch people defend pedophilia. And the whole debate was sparked by the same guy that wanted me to hug him so bad. Oh my god, just thinking about it gives me so much icks. Friends with the guy who sent the sticker. And as I said, he had this 19-year-old who always stuck with him. And he, of course, was one of the first people to defend him. But me and this 19-year-old, we were also friends. So, we even had a debate afterwards where he's but he apologized for it, he didn't know. And then I was yeah, I don't really care anymore for the sticker. I care more about all the people that were out there, even if it wasn't an accident. It was not, it's not. You should never check my folders on my laptop because I'm a creep. And the funny thing is, I was on a class trip while some of this was happening. And I just I remember laying there in bed while all of my bunk bed neighbors were sleeping because they fell asleep at 8. And I just remember at borderline midnight, just on my iPad, just reading these things and just having these argumentations. I was in Brussels. Hello, let me enjoy Brussels. I don't want to argue about pedophilia with you. I didn't really like Brussels. But do you know what I also don't like? Pedophilia. I'd rather stay my life in Brussels than for pedophilia to be normalized. Never. Sorry. I got too much rage. After a few weeks I did a telegram. A few months ago, I think I install it again. And I found out that there was like another like underage person in that like entered the group chat. And I was just like, oh my god. Oh my god. Please don't. But I was too scared to say like, yo, by the way, broke contact with all of the people involved, because I feel like they were not just the entire pedophilia thing, but they were also like so old and I was so young. So I didn't really think that it was a match anyways. I think I had was when I posted a video of my first ever con where I vendored, and this like the girl commented under it like, oh, there's a con there? I didn't know. Maybe I deleted her comment, maybe I just ghosted her. I don't really want contact with you. I don't need an apology for everything that happened, but I just want to stay away. I would probably make more story times, because this is just one of the many creepy stories I have to tell. So many creepy stories. So I guess stay tuned. Oh my god. I don't have my fan on. There is not a fan in here. Wait, what? There's not a fan in here. Okay. So yeah, I'm sweating. But yeah, if you want more like story times, I'm probably going to post my making of Ethan, because I'm currently like in the planning stages, and if I want him finished before May, then I think it's time I have to go to work. For watching the entire thing, thank you, and bye bye. Stay chewy. Check out my shop so that I can maybe afford to replace his eyes, and maybe I can afford the Ethan cosplay. Thank you. Goodbye.